I think somebody connected to the big speaker here. If anybody connected, please try to disconnect. Okay, so this week, welcome to the May 10th of Weekly Wins event, everybody. So the agenda remains the same. We'll be going over the personal wins this week together with the organizational updates, as Emre has joined us here physically. We'll be going over the education communications updates, product updates, and finally the core development updates your comments. After that, finally, we'll be having conclusive remarks by Mr. Alper, who confirmed that he will be joining us this week. So that's how today's event is going to go. So yes, as yeah, we've already been through the personal wins, so let's skip past that. And after that, we have organizational updates given to us by Emre. Emre, please.
Thank you very much, Tagim. So on the organizational end, this week our team's focus was mainly on GitX preparations. I believe we are going to hear more from our core dev members with respect to what kind of preparations are made, what deliverables we have ready, and what deliverables we are going to continue working on in the next couple of weeks before the event starts. So we are about to finalize the flight ticket purchase as well. Things are confirmed and payment is going to be made on Monday. And anybody who wants to guess how many people are traveling for this event? 35. Yes, 35 people. And many of us are going to leave Ethiopia for the first time. I am particularly excited for that. Because of what I have observed in my life, interacting with different cultures, traveling, seeing that there are other people in some ways like you, in some ways unlike you. They have their own truths, they have their own traditions, their own food. And things work out well for them as well. So when I left Turkey for the first time, it was for Poland. When I was in the last year of high school, I attended International Olympiads in Informatics. Indeed, that was by far the worst IOI in the history. But still, it was a great experience in terms of seeing something different. I am particularly excited for these members who will visit Morocco. And I hope in the future, we are going to have more and more opportunities for A2SVians to discover different cultures and learn more about what the world offers. As some of you guys remember, the head of the National ID project, Mr. Yodahe, I believe, he visited us a few days ago. And he's definitely one of the sharpest I have seen in Ethiopia who have such kind of influential position. It's definitely an ambitious project to provide IDs in a country like Ethiopia and try to reach 90 million by 2026. But he has the ambition, he is sharp, and he's very happy to see what A2SV does. And when he was leaving, his remark was, Emre, frankly speaking, I had no idea what I was going to see today. I thought this was a small operation. I have seen Addis Alameyu speaks highly about your program, but I didn't even know you had this much. This is a lot more than what I had imagined, and this is amazing. So I believe this is a great honor for all of us to know such kind words from such an influential person. And team, these weeks and in the following weeks, you are going to see me providing updates in terms of connections that we are making. So this week for funding, we had calls with Tesh Tesfaye and Atasenko. Tesh Tesfaye is a well-accomplished technologist and Ethiopian diaspora in United States. He is helping Jelani's program as well, and he was very happy to see A2SV. We were introduced by Jelani. So he wants to help us. And you may actually notice his name on the opportunities end. And he's also looking to hire 5 to 10 talent from Escalate. All A2SVians that are going to be working for projects together with senior Ethiopian diaspora in United States. So the call was great. And I really hope when he comes to Ethiopia, when I go to United States, we are going to have more conversations to see in what ways we can collaborate to give more to Ethiopian and African youth. So Atashankon, he's a Turkish guy and he graduated from the same university. I would love to add this one, especially in this list, because I want you to realize the importance of network and having some common points in the past. So we both graduated from the same school. Even if after some message exchange, he realized that what he is looking for is not exactly matching what A2SV provides, because they are solely focused on projects in Europe and for-profit projects. Still, he wanted to have the call because we graduated from the same school. And by the end, he offered introducing us to some family offices and relevant organizations who actually have budget for programs like ours. So as you see, in one way or the other, if you feel close with another person, it is a reason to start a conversation, and that can turn into something concrete after. Therefore, hold on people that you know, hold on labels that you have, and utilize your connections. So on the opportunities, and I already mentioned Tesh and Simon. So he's a brilliant Oxford economy graduate. And with a partner from Ethiopia, Kidus, I don't know the guy yet, they are trying to make something similar to what we do for high school students with a 3-month program. They already got connections with some companies, so they already start bringing opportunities to these youngster African talented people. And we had a great call. He's in Oxford, which is pretty close to London. When we visit London for SASTER and African Tech Summit events, we will have further conversations. And his students are also going to join A2SV, by the way, with remote education. They are eligible, and he was very happy to hear that we can make that connection too. Next, in terms of partnerships. So last evening, I had a great call with Jelani. As you know, this coder is doing great stuff for many Ethiopians. Some of those people, the minority of those people go to some colleges abroad, but the majority of those people stay here. He even mentioned we have some of our first Discoder graduates as A2SVians. So he was very curious to see their future trajectory, whether it's going to make any difference in their career at A2SV, because they started a bit earlier than their peers for programming. And there are other ways that we can collaborate. So like for summer, they make some arrangements and they don't have an operation team like we do on the ground. Therefore, they need some people to go check if the facilities are good enough to run the organization, etc. So we realized there is a very good synergy, and hopefully we are going to have further conversations to make this official. And in the near future, you can see a Discoder and A2SV collaborating more and more. So those are the summaries of what happened this week. What's coming next week? Well, I will only touch the very important ones. So for funding, the time has come, guys. We have been waiting for so long to have this meeting with Bloomberg, and that's going to take place next week. And we don't know at the moment at what level of support they would love to provide, because we never talked about numbers, but they want to become a financial sponsor. And that's Bloomberg. So fingers crossed. At the same time, we should also pray, right? And I hope that's going to be something good. And like Tadesse, like he is running an outsourcing firm for Ethiopian talent. We are going to have conversations if he can bring something to the table for Escalate. Johannes Teklo, he is a great Ethiopian diaspora in England. And the Fora Foundation, the Paro Foundation, a foundation, he's working at the foundation, high level. And there may be some synergy between that foundation and us. So I am very interested in having that call too. It looks like their agenda is fitting to what we do. And lastly, Laura Steinberger. So like I've seen her profile when she commented on one of our common contacts. And she has experience in NGO space, and her experience is in making operations sustainable. So this is exactly what we need at the moment at A2SV. So I sent her a message on LinkedIn. She was kind enough to reply and ask for a meeting next week. And it would be a very interesting conversation from somebody who has experience in the space in the United States to learn how we can make our operations sustainable at A2SV. And in terms of opportunities, like I think for the funding, we forgot it on the upper line. Tadesse Mechesa is not for funding. He is for opportunities. The Ethiopian Talent Outsourcing Agency is either run by him or he's a co-founder. And next, Eva Petresca. So she works for a company called Banding Spoons. And this is a European technology company. They have some global workforce as well. And this is going to be our first call. And we will see if there are opportunities for A2SVians at Banding Spoon. And lastly, Asres Gizav, with plenty of years of engineering experience, he approached us to become a mentor. And thanks to our web team, Samuel and Glenn, now after the new interface, we start getting more requests. I think things are now easier to discover. And we will have a call over the weekend to see in what ways he can mentor our great junior engineers. So team, these are the organizational updates. Are there any questions or points? But organizational updates. That's okay. Cool. Any points or questions, team? If not, thank you very much.
Thank you, Amber. Okay. Forward, we'll be going over the Ethiopian education updates. That was by Vini, no? It was by Bruki. You can take sorry.
All right, thank you. I'm Brooke McConnell from In-Person Education. For this week, we have recap on greedy. So like the idea of giving recap on the topic that we have covered is actually for specifically this topic, because we decided to give greedy a bit earlier on this season, because after having discussion with the education squad, we believe learning about greedy early could help the students understand and perform well on contests and also do more problems, especially on code force. Because some problems doesn't usually require knowledge on specific algorithm, but they just generally require problem solving. And understanding greedy will help on that. So we planned to give the greedy lecture early this year. And to kind of relate with DP, like for all of you, I think most of you have taken greedy like right before DP. But for this round, we gave greedy a bit earlier. But to kind of relate with DP as well, we're giving the recap. This was a suggestion by Emre. And we give the recap this week. And after that, to show them how things are related and not all problems that looks like greedy are not greedy. There are some other problems which cannot be solved by greedy, which are actually DP. We went and covered the first portion of DP1, which is the top-down DP. Next, we start working on the timeline in the schedule for the project phase. We, I think, planned out the first 4 weeks. We had the high-level plan for the first 4 weeks of the project phase. And we'll continue planning and making sure things are in plan for the upcoming project phase. We continued collecting project ideas, and currently we have, I think, 51 project ideas so far from Ethiopia, and for Ghana, I think it's only 5. But since we have, I guess, smaller number of students there, that's the reason. And 51 is good, but we're still pushing. And if there is anyone with project ideas who haven't submitted yet, this is kind of a reminder for all of you as well. Make sure to submit the ideas because we'll be closing the form shortly. For the upcoming week, we're planning to cover the second part of DP1. So like the DP lecture is a bit longer, so we part it into two. The first portion of DP like the basic things and the most important things, and we give time for the students to practice over the weekend and on Friday. And finalize things. We'll be covering the different variants of DP and stuff like that. So we'll DP lecture, and we'll cover DP2, which is the bottom-up approach. And we'll start with the ideas that we've collected. Most probably we'll be collaborating with the product team on this because they have more knowledge in reviewing products and stuff. So we'll start that process next week. So these are the updates and the plans for the Ethiopian education. Any
Thank you. All right. Up next, we have Ghana, which will be given to us by Mati, joining us remotely.
Yes.
Wait, give me a minute, Mati.
All right.
So, yeah, let's take a minute for our G5 members to leave as they have to go now. All right, Mati, you can continue.
All right. Hope you can hear me. Starting from our wins, first one is to collect ideas for the project phase. So the students here have been on a 3-week semester break, and now they've started their semester, and by next week they will start their project phase. So for that, we've collected ideas to be developed during the project phase, and we've also received some recommendations from Emre. Next one is to finalize visa application process for a core dev member. So a core dev member will be joining us for our next project phase, which is really good. And he has finished his visa application process, and we expect him to be here by next week. Next one is the A2SV registration here. So I would say this is more of a research. So we're still seeing what kind of options we have to register. So the update on that is we need at least one person to have a residency permit before we start the registration process. So we're trying to see which options we have to go around that. And last one is, so the students here have finished their data structure course. So next one is to go on the interviews. But before that, as you know, we have our own internal interviews. So for that, we've started filtering students based on their progress so far. So by next week, we're planning to finish that filtering process and then start the internal interviews. So by that, we can go to the plans. So as mentioned, we're going to start our project phase on Monday next week. And then we'll start first by analyzing the collected ideas and also the recommendations we have, and then decide which idea the students would like to work on. And until that time, they will not be idle, since they started their starter progress during the last weeks of the camp. So it would be a smooth transition for the students to work to finalize their starter project while we analyze the collected ideas and decide on the idea. And next one is to migrate Ghana education to the A2SV hub. So a lot of the education efforts are migrating to the A2SV hub. So Ghana also has joined us. At least the heads have registered on the platform. Next one is to migrate the students' data. So we're working on that and plan to continue. And last one would be to start assessing prompt interviews. So this one, we've been doing it on a recommendation level. We've been recommending students to do mock interviews. Now it has become it's come to a point where we have to start assessing that. So we'll be adding that to the progress sheets and then track the students' progress on their prompt interviews. So these are the plans for next week.
Thank you so much, Mati. Do we have any questions for our Ghana Education team members? No. In that case, thank you for taking your time to join us, Mati. For the
Okay. Hi, everyone. So for remote education, for group 5, we hired a new intern, head of education, and that was our one win. And we also had a lecture on binary search. We're currently on our third week of camp. So we had this lecture. And we also did the final recording of YouTube video series for lectures with the social media team. And that's one win. And we also had a mini contest during our last week education. And for Dime, the new project, as you guys have heard in the personal wins, Dime is now the second year project, and it has changed name from EasyPay to Dime. And that is one win that we had. We decided on the name change and started branding and logo design. And we also progressed on the landing page design, and we started a new sprint in the development. So that's our win for the second year remote education. And the plans that we have for group 5, we are going to finalize our camp. It's going to be the last in the first week of the camp. And we will be giving lecture on trees. And we will be releasing, hopefully, we will be releasing the YouTube lecture video that was completed last week after reviews. And we also plan on finishing documenting the G5 remote education progress and also planning the coming plans or the coming progresses. So for Dime, the plans that we have is finalizing the team restructure. We're going to restructure the team, and we hope to finalize that. And we will be starting the landing page, the development. Since the design is the most complete, we can move on to the design or the development, sorry. And we also will be continuing the other developments in mobile and backend for the project. Any questions? Okay, thank you. Oh, before that, we have this remote education promotions. As I've mentioned, one of our wins was hiring a new intern, and we promoted one of our interns to head. So Fikra Mariam is now head of remote education. Maruf is our remote head of education intern. And the other two promotions that we have, they are on the A2SV Hub project. So the A2SV Hub is now officially an A2SV project. So our head from remote education, Simon, is going to be also a developer for A2SV Hub. And Kananisa is, he's going to be the lead of the A2SV Hub project. So these are the promotions that we have. And we will also introduce A2SV Hub for you, as it is now officially the project of A2SV. And that would be...
Congratulations.
Yeah. And now, so you can introduce A2SV.
Okay, so I'm originally from remote group 47. I had a great time in the remote group. It was very impactful in my career-wise or even personal development. And while I was in there, I always wished that there would be some platform that we can use in the education process. But I took it upon myself to build one, and it came to be A2SV Hub. And the solution is just as a the first one is integration and automation. So if we can integrate our data with the platforms we use, like Coach, do that. The second thing is analysis. Our data should be easily analyzed, and then based on we're able to make decisions. And the last one is a unified data management system. Instead of using like a decentralized for our data, we'll use a unified data management system. And since like we started, I started developing since then, we have this stats for you. It's not very clear, but we have served around 1.6 million requests around in around 4 months, and that's being served every day. And we served this request for around five continents and several countries. The main one is in Ethiopia, but we have remote students around Africa. Most of them are around Africa, and also we have students in countries Japan, Netherlands, Algeria. You can see here, and for the problems, students submitted around 100,000 submissions. It's actually around 111,000 submissions. And based on those submissions, students spent about 2.5 million minutes solving those problems. And they solved this problems around like 720 problems. And we also have rated contests on so the highest reached is like 1,400 by AMRO. So yeah, that's been it. Do you have any questions?
Thank you so much, Kanisa. Thank you so much, Blaine, and the Remote Education Squad. And up next, again, congratulations to the people who got promoted. Okay, let's have Bamini out with the presentation updates. Bamini.
Okay, everyone. So I'm going to tell you about the community education updates and plans. So yeah, this week, first of all, we have finalized the remote education intern recruitment, as Blaine mentioned previously. We're doing this process, and I think we have already selected 2 remote education interns, and they are now part of the team. That's the first update. Next one, yeah, we have planned the next phase of community education for Div 1 students. So we have seen that the in-person, especially the in-person education, are covering lots of topics. And since we want some of our Div 1 students to be at same topic level as the in-persons, and maybe in July they may get a chance to be converted into in-person education students. We need to pace our topic coverage speed, and we have already planned this one in order to be as same level as the in-person. This is just only for Div 1 students. The third update is community education admission step videos. Yes. So yeah, we have finalized the slides on that. We're supposed to start recording this week, but that has not happened. But we'll start recording this video starting from finalize those videos next week and make them public. The last update is, yeah, we have started preparing
the hackathon registration, participants registration process and form. This has not been finalized yet, but most of the stuff, like in terms of planning, the steps people has to go through in order to be registered, has already been like prepared. It will be reviewed and finalized later on, most probably in the next 6 weeks. The registration is going to start in June 1. It's better to finalize these kind of tasks earlier on. The plans, first of all, we'll and publish the video. Okay, yeah, this one I've mentioned it previously for the community education admission steps. And the next one is we'll finalize community education survey form. I think as one of our goals in this quarter, we already have many students that have registered for the interest form, but we don't see them participating in the community contest and being converted to the community education. So in order to see what's really the issue here, we have already started to prepare survey form to just see the status, and after that we'll try to do some adjustments on our system based on the feedbacks that we are going to get. So this service form are going to be for the general community, like the people who wants to join this but have not, and the other one is for those who have passed through our process and they are now our community education students. So we hope to gather some useful insights by doing this, and after that we'll take some measures to accommodate other that we got. The last one is working on some new features on the hackathon website. We already have like a good first draft. We had also received so many comments from many people, especially from Brooke. Thank you. And we have updated those, but we also want to add new features, especially when the registration opens, so that it will be easier for people to share that like they have shared. They have registered for the hackathon and invite new people to come and register here. We'll try to include features. Well, yeah, that's all about the wins and updates. If there is any question, I'm happy to answer. Yeah, if not, thank you.
Thank you, Boris. Let's have Vanessa out here for communications updates. Vanessa.
Thank you, Doug. Hi, everyone. So for the communications, back and forth some 1-minute pitches for the CODEF teams. And finally, I think videos, right?
I think there might be some revisions to that.
Yeah, but yeah, we're doing our best with the CODEF team to have some nice pitches for JTEX as well. And I think most of you will also be eligible for mid-series. So that's something we're looking forward to. And then social media content, of course. Right now, we're becoming just more than social media management. It's our media. So we have like the post, we have had for internship offers, and they really have received good engagement. Thank you so much for supporting the express students. And then also we had some content on it as well, and then also some content on the CODEF project that we'll be having during the weekly wins. And then also with regards to the also from Namibia as well. So we'll be using this, and then also created a marketing one-pager. That's our team who are easily send information under the one-pager to potential sponsors and partners as well. And then we have prepared beforehand some announcement posts for the hackathon, which will start being showcased next week. So that's also something else. Thank you. And then with regards to the like initially we had wanted to do like cursor images, but then now our team is moving from posting images to making motion graphics for reels. So we try to put those together, and we have posted those, and we want to post soon after this as well. Then we also did an A2SV weekly news shoot, and then obviously our priority is GTEx 2024 hackathon and the internship with the top tech companies. It's more of, also comprised of some production as well. So our plans are more of the execution end. So weekly wins is going to be published, and then also we're going to have the skill bridge launch plan. So next week we plan on executing it from Monday when they have the launch, and then also live stream that event as well. And then in terms of text, we have some banners and also the social media posts we have. So we have teams, and then we also did some social media posts that will have as well. So this on the content we have, and then work on the and then A2SV social media post records, and then also next week we'll be excited to feature Brooke as well, and then also we'll start having the post that I was talking about. We'll start having the social media and partners, the jury, mentors. We'll also be having a video. So other people are interested in media at A2SV, I'm welcome to attend one-on-one with someone from Hollywood. So we hope that this will also help our team improve their skills, and then also become and media production. So that is a runoff of the wins and plans for communications. If you guys have any questions. If not, are we promoting? Yes, Danny.
Yes. No. Yes. So our head of social media, Ezgi, had invited a guest to give us this workshop. I think it's going to happen Wednesday next week, in the morning, maybe for an hour. But we were planning on starting at 9:30, so we can have more time with the guy. So I guess I can send. I'm gonna get interested in the workshop. This guy, like Vanessa, the person experience would be nice. So it's going to like start 9:30. 1 hour. 1 hour and a half. That's what I'll be sending out a form for application. So we will collect your emails and send for the invitation. So you and oh, okay. Ken, what's the issue? Oh, okay. All right, okay. So, yeah, like I said, we have published our Cordev posts. It's been a while since we published on our Cordev LinkedIn pages. So please, as you guys know that. So go to our LinkedIn page for our Cordev platforms. If Vanessa will be sending you guys a document, I think it's going to be coming from Brooke McConnell as well, right?
Yes, we'll showcase. We'll also share with Brooke a document that he can also share with G5 students. And then for A2SV, we can also promote it maybe after weekends.
Yeah, after weekly news, we can send.
So I can.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Any other questions?
None?
Okay. If not, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Vanessa. Brooke, what did you say? Oh, okay. Yeah, up next, we're going to have product updates given to us by, congratulations, Seno. One of the posts we wanted to demonstrate. Product updates. Zola, keep the mic closer to your mouth. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. So for products, our wins for this week are first, we started working on the business license for core dev projects, and we've made several visits to the subcity to consult with the the officials there, and we have to make more visits before we finish. All right. So yeah, we've already made the first contact, and we'll continue working on that next week. Next, we finalized our Global Startup Awards nominations. So yeah, as I've told you before, we had like 3 nominations in different categories, and yeah, it's been already finalized. So we'll follow up on that. And next, we've also been working on SkillBridge launching event. Yeah, so we're trying to do what we're trying to see what we can do, and we're reaching out to different influencers and event organizers, and yeah, we are currently working on that. Oh, louder? Okay. Yes. Next, we are working on finalizing our GitX deliverables for each team. So as you guys know, there are several things to fill in the GitX portal, and we had to have some back and forth with the organizers over there, and yeah, we'll be finalizing some things today and also by Sunday. Next, we also refined the business models and pitch decks for the Core projects, because they'll be submitting their videos and pitch decks for the pitch competition. So that's been done. And finally, our UI team, we're working on adults, rateds, Akils, and rideshares user stories, and they're updating several designs. So plans for next week, we start updating and preparing product documents for student projects. So yeah, work will start for the student projects as well. And we'll also continue working on the business plan document for core projects, because I mean, once we're at the GitX event and some interested investors ask for like a comprehensive business document, we can provide them with something. So we have already started working on it, and we'll continue working on it. It won't be finished next week, but we'll finish it before going. Next, we'll also follow up on our nominations to see what things we can do to help the process. And next, yeah, we'll continue consultations and officially start the business license process for core dev projects. It might be core dev as a whole, or it might be different licenses for each project. So yeah, currently we're working on it. And we'll also be working on GitX preparations. We need to finalize visa, some accommodations, flight details. So that'll be done, and also designs. So we'll finish that. We'll work on that next week. And finally, our UI team will also be working on Akil's mobile and web UI design, as well as SkillBridge landing page design. So these are wins and plans. Thank you.
Thank you, Zalala. All right. Yes, up next, we're going to be having the Generation 4 project updates. Let's start with Fisum, with Bazar, or whoever is going to be representing Bazar, which is Ganesh.
Hi, I'm Ganesh from Baza, and the wins for the last week. Basically, we are working on the testing part, basically, and we have managed to add the test coverage tool for the project for backend, web, and mobile, and also we have we have had a sync with the BI teams. This is mainly regarding the chatbot feature that we are going to integrate on our project. We're going to have two chatbot features. The first one will be kind of a data collection, and the second one will be a recommendation for the users. Then we also have a sync with the UI UX teams, and they have managed to give us the chatbot UI for the web. I'm not sure whether it's finished for the mobile. And other thing is the chatbot UI implementation. We have managed to implement the UI, but it's not integrated yet. And also we have given a whole day break for Easter. Then for the plans, we are going to integrate the chatbots. Then we'll be having the sync with the BI team and UX team. This is for the dashboard that we are going to have for the business owners. Then we'll be testing the chat feature. And for the front-end side, they'll be implementing the business dashboard and also the endpoints that needs to be prepared for the business dashboard. Then, since we have only 2 weeks after this, I guess, we are planning to finalize the first MVP. If you guys have any questions. Thank you.
All right, let's have Hakim Hub. Is going to be given to us by Katama. Katama, you've never been here before, right? Self-introduction first.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Katama Grama. I am Hakima Mobile Developer and a team lead. So for this week, wins are features. For the other team, we are trying to test the other features. And moving on, we have to be able to conduct interviews with the doctors, which will be an input for the next MVP. We'll be able to finalize the chatbot feature from the backend and mobile team, but the backend side is a bottleneck, so we're not able to complete it. And we'll be able to finish the profile page, the UI implementation. And we're not able to finalize the first MVP due to the backend bottlenecks. Most probably, we will finish it next week. From the plans, we want to increase the code coverage tools for the web and the backend teams. And we are planning to finish the profile feature for both web and mobile teams. And we will try to finish the chatbot feature. Then we will try to finalize the first MVP. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. If you have any question.
You get on. Okay, up next, let's have Rideshare.
Hi, I'm Nazari from Rideshare. So starting with our wins, we see continued development and testing for the past 2 weeks. We finalized the UI for onboarding and authentication for the driver side app. So up until this past 2 weeks, we've only been working on the rider side app. So we've started developing the UI and we finalized the onboarding and authentication screens. We've also integrated a code coverage tool for backend. We plan to do the same for web and for mobile next week. We plan to finalize the payment integration and push notifications, but due to some issues, we haven't been able to do that. Implementation-wise, it's done, but there are some bugs being discovered during the manual testing phase. So hopefully we'll get it wrapped up next week. We also planned to finalize the MVP rider site mobile app, but we couldn't do that. We still have some issues to iron out and one more screen to implement, I believe. So hopefully you'll get that done next week. And then finally, we've added some more UI UX designs for both mobile and web throughout the past 2 weeks. So moving on to our plans for next week, we plan to continue development and testing. we plan to like integrate the screens we worked on the driver side app. So the onboarding and authentication screens, we plan to integrate them with the backend next week. We plan to finalize all backend features for the MVP. So we have 3 different apps: driver side, rider side, and admin side. And in terms of the backend, most of the endpoints are done. Hopefully, we can get that wrapped up next week, and our whole backend team will focus solely on testing and then ironing out the different issues that we encounter as we develop. We also plan to finalize the payment integration and push notifications for the full stack next week, and also finalize the MVP rider side mobile app and continue development on the driver side app. And then finally, there are some new UI UX screens that we still haven't finalized, so hopefully we can get those done next week. If anyone has any questions, otherwise, thank you.
Thank you, Nazri. Okay, let's join our AS2 squad to give us updates about Escalate. Do we have you, Ipsa?
Yes. So I think Abigail will be presenting it. Abigail, are you ready?
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
thank
ready.
you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so for Escalate updates, for our wins, we were able to reach out to our graduates and also review their resume. And also, we were from the website, we were able to implement the availability and feedback forms. And Emery suggested that we include Google Analytics integration so that we get insights of how the users are interacting with our website. So we were able to do that as well. And we did code refactoring and optimizations from the backend side. Even though we're not fully done, we also designed the FAQ page and press release sections. And the sign up and book meeting flow redesign is also about to be finished, but we will be finishing that next week. So for our plans, we're planning on implementing the optimized search function. Also, we are planning on integrating Calendly API for schedule management. We'll also be integrating Code Signal since we are still using it, even though it's not integrated with our platform. We will be trying to research about how we could integrate it, and also we will plan on the implementation. We're planning on working on the landing page redesign and also implementing that, and we'll also be working on some bug fixes.
Thank you, Abigail. Let's have Aman to give us updates about Project Vertex.
Right. Hey guys. So starting from the wins, our backend teams have completed implementing the CRUD functionalities for the problem section. The product teams also have been researching on legal and license issues related with the judging platforms, since we're using external APIs for our judging platform, plus we are also going to be implementing them in our offline features. We need to see the legal license issues, and these have also been done by our product teams. Our mobile teams have also finished some fixes related with the internet connection. Like they were fixing the problems, like how the mobile app behaves when due to other internet connection problems. Our web teams have also started like the creation feature for our learning paths. And our in progress tasks include, like from the mobile teams, we have like integrating the Marcus read endpoint, like these have not been done yet. Our backend teams are also going to be implementing like the some additional features related to adding, deleting, and reshuffling topic sections. And for our next week, our backend teams will continue fixing issues if any issues arise from the web and mobile integration, since they have finished the problem section. They will also choose the right judging platform that have been that are going to be based on the research done from our product teams. Our our backend teams are also going to write unit tests. They have finished the CRUD functionalities for the problem feature, so they will be continuing with the unit testing. Our web teams are also going to onboard a new intern assigned to help our web team. Like, this has not been done yet since we didn't had a clearly defined tasks. We are now going to be doing this in the next week, and we're also going to start implementation of the problems feature UIs. And our mobile teams are going to finish the problem features with its integration. Thank you.
Thank you, Aman. And yeah, finally, let's say it's from Spark Tank by Mati.
Yeah, thank you, Doug. So for Spark Tank, like this week's wins are like we continue the development and testing of the feeds and the proposal builder feature, and they're currently in a good shape. And like we reviewed the current implementation of the web and also the mobile, and like we are fixing bugs as well. And for the AI features, like we plan to have a discussion with AfroChat, but we didn't. So like we moved that task to the next week, and like the other plan was to add the UI UX designs for mobile and web. It's on progress, it's not done yet, and the implementation of the scheduling feature is also on progress. And the plan for the next week is to continue the development and testing, and as well as to create new UIs for the proposal builder and to get reviewed and to start working on it. And the other plan is continue reviewing the mobile and web implementations and improve them, and like to schedule an interview with some startup incubators as well. And like as I have said, like scheduling a meeting with the AfroChat team about the AI features. So this is the plans and the wins. Thank you, Dag.
Thank you, Mati. Up next, let's have our core development team to give us a brief and quick update about what happened throughout the week. Let's start with Adot team.
So hi everyone. This week we were mostly focused on GTX, specifically preparing for the Supernova pitch competition. So the first round, for the first round, we have to deliver a 1 minute elevator pitch and pitch deck. So we've been focused mostly on delivering that. Other than that, we have been working on the doctor's flow. We've been preparing endpoints also, implementing approved doctor's flow UI. We've also started working on a new design for our landing page. We felt that the old landing page was outdated, so we have started on a new one. Next week, we'll continue working on the landing page design, and if we're done, we'll start implementing it. We'll also continue working on the doctor's flow, both on the backend and on the mobile. And lastly, we'll finalize all the GitX deliverables. Any questions? Aki? Okay, let's go to the next thing.
Hi everyone, I'm Buntu. So for this week, we've updated the UI and the content for the pitch deck. So in order to prepare for the GTX Expo, we also rehearsed and recorded 1 minute video. The other thing is we continued integrating rating and reviews feature for both mobile and web. And the other one is we did a new UI designs and implementation for the profile and applicant details page. For the next week's plan, we try to finish integrated rating and review features. We'll be redesigning our landing page, and we'll have a new UI design for events page, and we'll do average response time implementation for organizations. If you have any question, I'm here to answer.
Okay, up next we have Rajat, which is going to be given to us by Jonathan.
Okay, so I'll be giving you updates on AfroChat. So the wins for this week, we have continued on fixing the bugs, the major bugs that we listed down. We're about halfway through. We've also continued on our web app development. So we've also integrated payment packages for one of the tiers, and we're going to continue the rest. And for the GTX Expo preparations, we have finalized the pitch deck for the Supernova, and we've also prepared the 1-minute video. And for the plans for next week, we're going to continue on with fixing the remaining bugs, and also we're going to continue the development of the web app, and we're going to finish the remaining payment packages, and we're also going to make the social media posts. So any questions? I don't know.
Is there anyone from the AfroChat team who might be willing to answer that?
It's a pitch deck competition that is running under the Expo organization. Yes.
Okay, I knew there was a competition, I just didn't know the name. Thank you. All right, up next, let's have Bini to give us rated updates or Nati.
Okay, hello everyone. So for this week's wins, we have finalized user stories for new features to be added on the mobile app, like pre-ordering and ordering. We also had planned to share mobile app on the App Store and make it available for iOS users. But we haven't finished that, primarily because we didn't have access to a Mac. And we have also done the pre-ordering feature mobile app implementation as planned, and we have finished the pre-ordering feature mobile UI design. And when it comes to the GitX Expo deliverables, we have finished the pitch deck updates. We have done so according to our plan, and we have finished also our 1-minute introduction video, which was kind of fun. And for our plans for next week, we plan to release the iOS version to the App Store on flight mode, that is. We also plan to continue design and implementation of the pre-ordering feature. That's the main feature that we are planning to add in next week. So in that, we plan to do the implementation of the pre-ordering rated business app. So that will be in the mobile app. And we also plan to add pre-ordering screens for restaurants on the admin side. We also plan to implement backend system design and endpoints. And finally, we plan also to finalize GitX deliverables, and that would be our wins and plans for the rated team. Any questions?
Thank you, Nati. Up next to have SkillBridge, Danny.
Okay, hi everyone. I will be giving you updates for SkillBridge. Our wins are good. So this week we had a plan to finalize our content review with Fidel Tutors. So that is not fully completed. We wanted to add one more year exam. So they will be doing that the coming week. The other thing, we wanted to add emails and drafts from some national questions. That is also in progress. The major thing we've been working on this week would be the GitX deliverables, which included updating our pitch decks, one-pagers, and brochures. and as well as recording 1 minute video and preparing for it. The other major thing we worked on this week would be preparing SkillBridge launch plan and starting its execution. So we have a detailed plan on what we need to do on each day, and its execution is already started. The other thing is technical feedback session with A2SV alumni at Google. So we've conducted 2 of these sessions. It was actually very useful, especially the session I had with Mohammed was really fun and very insightful. So it was conducted this afternoon. So we have some action items to work on like for next week. It's fun. And the other thing is we've been extracting video content from YouTube for our courses, and we will be populating it next week. The other is we have started to work on new UI design for our landing page, and Brooke is working on that. We're hoping to be finalized early next week, and we'll be implementing that. Looking at our plans, so we went to have our final round content review session with fidelity tutors on things they need to improve, like final touches they need to make. Besides that, we will be working on some security measures suggested by Mohammed. So like we've implemented like our backend to be secure enough for some basic things without would be enough. But Mame actually suggested a lot of things when it comes to security, and we'll be analyzing those and implementing some security measures Mame suggested. And we'll be implementing some prioritized new features suggested by some seniors and the team members, as well as the students as well. So we did not have our mobile members with us this week, so we did not like finalize the prioritization of the features, as we need to estimate the time it will take us to implement the features. So Johannes will be joining us on Monday. We'll have our planning, and accordingly, we'll be working on adding new features. The other is SkillBridge launch execution. So next week, we're majorly going to work with social media and communications team to prepare video contents to post on social media to attract attention to the launch and the application, basically. The other thing will be like populating the extracted videos to database and make them accessible to the students. Any questions?
Not. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, I just texted Mr. Alper. He has joined us on the call. I believe up next we'll be going over some conclusive remarks. So, Mr. Alper, you with us?
Thank you very much. Hello, my fellow A2SVians. It's great to be back because I had some issues and missed a few of the weekly wins. And I'm really happy to be back among you. Why? Because we are entering a very important season of the year for A2SV, where we are going to have the success and the final outcomes of our hard work. You know, today A2SV is running on grants, and we are in constant search of the grants. But in the meantime, we are developing projects. We are participating in expos and things like that. So basically, we are doing our best to make the dream of A2SV a sustainable and continuing dream. But as you will understand, for every kind of corporation or organization like us in the world, there are times where the exact timing and the time that we are in is more important than ever. So this is the time for A2SV. We have qualified in the, let's say, Champions Leagues, and now we are in the final. Or take it the other way, we are in the World Cup final now, where we are going to prove the world that we are worth helping, worth investing. So it's an important time. At this time, we have to be careful about how we work and how we treat ourselves and our organization as A2SV. We cannot tolerate mistakes. We cannot tolerate amateurship. We cannot tolerate misplannings. We cannot missing the details, because these all at the end gives the element of the success. And most of the, let's say, most of important than all of them, we cannot tolerate for not being in line with the deadlines, because we have a limited time and a lot of work to do. So we have to be on time, punctual, and carefully working. So it's an important date, and I'm more than 100% sure that we will succeed. Thank you. You may go to the quote of the week, please, Dagim. It's from Leonard Bernstein. To achieve great things, two things are needed: a plan and not quite enough time. This is exactly where we are. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you so much, Mr. Alper. And yes, with that, I would like to conclude today's weekly win session. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for joining us, and see you guys in the next 2 weeks. And finally, before we all depart, again, please make sure to interact with the document that Vanessa will be sharing on the general channel. All you guys have to do is just click it. The links are for all the platforms are already provided there. So the 2 clicks you guys makes a really big impact. So you guys know already. I'm gonna repeat. It's how LinkedIn works. So once you guys click like, it's going to go through your entire network of connections that you guys interacted with the post, specifically with the post that we shared with you guys. So all you have to do is just interact with this, like with it. Yes, fine. Oh, send me the document.
So since this is going to take very little time, why not do it now?
Yes.
Because otherwise we have the risk of forgetting. How much time it's going to take on this? 5 to 10 minutes. Do we have a click?
5 to 10 minutes.
All right. Okay. Social meeting. Let us know. What do we open?
Okay. Vanessa? General channel? Okay. Everybody navigate to your Slack and go to the general channel now. People attending virtually, people attending on YouTube, please feel free to go to the general channel, and you guys will find a message there, which Vanessa will be sharing very, very shortly. And she already did. Very nice. So as you guys can see, there are LinkedIn posts, 1 up to 4, and then there are Instagram posts, 1 up to 4, and there is also a post from Escalate. As you guys know, Escalate launched recently, and this.
So what's first?
Yes, first thing. General channel. Yes, you're gonna find a message there by Vanessa. LinkedIn. Click on the first post, the first link. And then you're gonna be navigated to this post. All you have to do is just interact with the post. At the moment, it has 21 likes. So we did the same thing we're going to do the same thing for the remaining 3 other teams.
Who haven't followed the page yet, please also do that.
Yes, yes. That's very important. So as you guys can see, right, he's currently at 218 followers. So please make sure to hit that follow button right now. And please interact with the post. The more you interact, the more reach you will gain. And then please go back if you're done doing that. Has that been done, team? I'm going to refresh and see how many people interacted actually. Okay, very good. Very good. So we have 20 more this instance. So this is very nice. So please keep on interacting. I can count up to at least 30 people here. So there are 10 people who are still not engaging. So please, let's do that. Very nice. Okay, and now we can go to adult, right? That's the second one. Go back to the general channel. Click on the adult link. It will still take you to another LinkedIn page, which is going to be adult. Adult has currently 556 followers on LinkedIn. Please, if you're not a follower, make sure to hit the follow. And if you are, just hit the like button. All right? Very simple.
For the projects that you you like, or the projects that you want to support, you could add comments and other interaction as well.
Very cool. Yeah, so yeah, the more you interact using your LinkedIn page, the more you active you become. And yeah, this is going to help you guys out with publicity. As you guys have heard, all publicity is good publicity, so make sure to interact. Not so many people are doing so with Adot at the moment. I'm not seeing a lot of movement. Very nice. Okay, 5 more. All right, let's keep doing it, guys. Lydia, are you doing it? Not Lydia, I said Lydia. I'm going to go over the people who did this. Lydia, if I don't find your name. All right. Same thing for SkillBridge and Akil. I'm going to be going to the SkillBridge. Yes. So yeah, we're gaining more followers as well. So for SkillBridge, right before we announced this, we were at 180. Now we are at 200. Very nice. So please keep on interacting, keep on giving them a follow, keep on liking the videos. 50.
Again, I have completed my work. If you excuse me, I will show my way out.
All right, all right. But before you leave, Mr. Arpa, I'm just gonna go and quickly check if you have done so.
Yes, please do so.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Upper. Bye. And finally, Akil, guys. Finally, Akil. Last project. Same goes for people attending virtually as well, people attending us remotely. Yeah. Thank you so much. Again, 324 followers for Akil. That's really good. Very nice. All right. And then the second message, you guys are going to see the one that says Instagram, or yeah, it's similar post, but it's on their Instagram page. So similar activity, just you guys gotta click the link, so it will take you straight to the post. All you have to do is just hit the like button. All right, that's it. And make sure to give them a follow as well, because Instagram is really important, as you guys know. If you give interactions on Instagram, it will keep showing up on your profile more. So make sure to do that. Yes.
So after chat, the same post last week, so I just did it again.
Yes. Yeah. For those of you who missed it, you guys can revisit the general channel on Slack. Find AfroChat, please, because we haven't run many campaigns on AfroChat platform. I think it's best if we all come together and support them. This is not a post which we did today. This was 1 week ago, and as you guys can see my pretty face here. So please interact. Thank you. And finally, the most important one is the last one. As you guys can see, it says from Escalate. Like I said, Escalate recently launched, and yeah, it could really use, your help with this. So all you have to do is do the same thing. It'll take you to the post, like. So please, guys, for Escalate, it's really important. Let's have you guys go to the general channel, pick up Escalate LinkedIn post, and interact with it. Same thing goes for Instagram. All you have to do is click the link. It will take you straight to the post and interact.
And likewise, don't forget to follow the accounts, guys. It only has 45 followers at the moment on Instagram.
Yes.
You can do that.
Yeah, on the general channel at the moment we have almost 500 people, actually 450 people. So if everyone actually take a minute to actually go to one of these platforms and interact or follow them, at least we would have around 200 followers. But not so many people are doing that. I understand Actually, I don't. I don't understand why you guys aren't doing it. So it's a very, very easy task. Okay, you know what? We're going to go ahead and bookmark all the links to the CodeRev project. So whenever you guys feel free, or whenever at your convenience, you guys can go ahead and interact or give us a follow on these CodeRev platforms. So please do. All right. Consider it like a contribution you give to A2SV in the organization. That way, I guess it's going to click. Okay. All right. So for escalate, one more time, team, because it's really important. Have we all done that? Right? All right, thank you. Okay, with that, again, thank you so much for cooperation, team. Again, I would like to conclude today's weekly win session and have a wonderful weekend, team. And bye-bye.